Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Mizzle. You're watching my channel Mizzle 14, and I'm back doing a review of MTV Catfish, Season 8, Episode 19, the episode of Dianela and Jose. Alright, let's jump right into it, so it's not going to be a really long one. Okay, so Dianela is 22 years old. I think she met him around like 4 years ago, and they started talking, doing a PlayStation game, Black Ops. They were talking through online. And I like games, so it would be nice to talk to somebody and everything. But they was talking through the games and stuff like that. They was video chatting, so she could recognize his voice, so she knows his voice. But they had never really video chat to see face to face or met in person. Now they were talking for a long time and everything. At the time she was going through talking to him, her mom passed away, so he has been there for her, emotional support and everything, and sending the pictures and stuff like that. And the pictures sending was a good looking nice guy and everything. And she's a beautiful woman. So she just was so excited. They've been talking on the phone, and well, mostly talking through the video, through the game. And I guess they got the phone number, so they've been texting and chatting with each other. He's been there when her mom died. So it was all good and dandy. Now, at one point, as they was talking, he just decided he just don't want to talk to her anymore. He just said, I don't want to talk to you anymore, and so like that. So she said, what is going on? And he was like, listen, I got a girlfriend. So I said, girlfriend? Oh, really? Now, they both live in Venezuela, the same country. Now, at that, I guess now or whatever, Venezuela is not a really good country for them to live in and stuff. It's very dangerous. It's not a good way to life. So they was talking about leaving and build a new life in the United States. So they both in Venezuela and that was stuff, and they were talking about that. Now, obviously they were trying to meet, and when it comes to that point of meeting, that he said, nah, stuff like that, I don't like you anymore and stuff. She said, what's going on? He said, I don't want to talk to you. He got a girlfriend. And he said, he got a girlfriend? Hold up. Really? So she was done. She said, I can't deal with this. Nah, girlfriend, nah. You're not going to tell me you got a girlfriend and talking to me and you're going to leave me on. So what I'm going to do, we're going to meet and we're going to talk face to face. So she got on the bus, took a 10-hour bus ride to whatever he was at. I forgot the name. She was in Maracado, and I think it was something else that he was living at. Took the 10-hour bus ride. 10-hour bus ride to meet him somewhere when it's dangerous in Venezuela. People get kidnapped, it could be killing and stuff like that. It's dangerous. So she took that by herself. A young girl, I think she said she was 19 years old when she did that. Took her there by herself to go there. Risked her safety to try and meet this guy, all that stuff. And stood her up. Didn't meet with her. He texted her and told her that he was robbed. And I said, oh my gosh, robbed? Really? So that was that. So when it came time to go to the United States, he was like, okay, well, we didn't meet in Venezuela. And oh, mind you, she had to take the same 10-hour bus ride back to where she was at. So she took a 20-hour ride to not even met this person. So after a while, they stopped talking. And then 2 months or something afterwards, he stopped talking to her. He said, oh, I missed you. And they started talking again, all that stuff. And she just was so done with him. And I guess it's made up again when he sent her birthday and he sent her a gift. And then she sent some flowers or something like that to her address. A lot of stuff. So it was a nice gesture. I was like, okay, that was a nice guy for somebody who was stilling her up. So when it came time to go to the United States, and he said he had a job or something like that, or he was going to the United States, and he was going to Florida. And she was going to the United States too. So she arrived in Florida, Miami, and meet him. And when he tried to meet him, he went up forgetting. He said, oh, I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't like you. And I said, what? Why are you flipping off like that? Like, he didn't like her, all that stuff. She was done. So she went to Memphis, Tennessee, because she said her father had friends there and all that stuff. And it was good to be in a city, a state that she knows she will have support. So at the time he reached back to her, she said no. She was so focused on getting her, I think, her visa or something like that. She got to get a visa before. But she was working on getting her papers as being a state, to be a citizen, and she was not trying to focus because he kept coming in and out on her live and in and out texting and all that stuff. She was not dealing with that. So she was done. So that's how she reached out to me if he came in to get help. So they was like, all right, we got you. We're going to see what's going on and what's up with this boy. So she sent him all the information, and they searched the pictures. Now, when she was showing them the pictures before they started the investigation, she was saying, oh, okay, look at him. So Cammy pointed out, it's like, listen, he said his name is Jose, right? She said, yes. But why he got a chain that said an R on it? So they was like, oh, she did not realize that. I said, that is a giveaway. Like, if you have a name and you have a letter of a chain, that means it's either something to represent your name or you representing or whatever your parents' name or something like that. It's remembrance or whatever. But usually if you have a chain of your letter, that's your name. So it will start with an R, but he said his name is Jose. So that was like a little red flag there. So there was an investigation. They looked at the pictures, and they made a match on one of the pictures. I guess it was a red shirt and everything, and they matched it. But when they matched it, it came up with a person named Ramir. And I looked at the pictures, and he has a lot of followers. He did a lot of posts, so it was a very active page. But when they noticed that, yes, that person lived in Venezuela, and also showed he lived in Florida, but he carrying the rainbow flag. He got rainbow materials in a lot of his posts. So he was gay. So I was like, oh, really? So this was this person was talking to? So they was like, that's something. Clearly, he's not back for the same team. Clearly, no, what I'm saying. He's not back for the opposite side's team. He's back for the same team. But let's not go further. So they said, let's check the phone number and see if this is the same person. If it is, why he was trying to get to a girl when he know clearly he's not interested in a woman. So they checked the phone number. It's a phone number that Dianela was talking to. She got a nice name. And it came up to a guy named Ray Raggio. So I said, that's an odd name as well. So Ray Raggio. And it's a Facebook post. But the Facebook post wasn't even that much on it. So they saw an @ symbol with this name. It was like, that's the Instagram handle. So they clicked on that, and then it came up with some pictures of Ray, the real Ray Raggio. And he's not a bad looking dude. So they was like, hold up, this is so confusing. And also, this guy pictures and this guy profile say he's from Venezuela. And also moved to the United States. So it was like, hold up, what is going on? So both these pictures say they're Venezuela, in the United States. This is Ray Raggio, the other was Ramir. The phone number that Dianela was talking to is matched to this guy. So why would he send her pictures of another person when he's not a bad looking dude and catfish her for what? What was the reason? So they was like, this is ridiculous. And it said they had to talk to Dianela. So they told her, and she was like, what? So they told her about the first search they had, and it came up with the Ramir. And they said, look, he's gay, he's Venezuela, he's in Florida, also, do you know this? That was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. She was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And she was saying that all the time. And then they told her about the phone number that was reaching out to. And it's like this. So she was like, this guy photos is way hotter than the Ramir photos. So why would he catfish me with somebody else's photos when he looked better? That's what she was saying. And we don't know. So they were saying, listen, we got to call the phone number. Because when they were trying to text with me and stuff like that, he never responded. No, they messaged with me doing false photos and say somebody trying to use your pictures or stuff like that. Hit us back. He never responded. So they was like, listen, the best bet is to call the phone number. Let's call the phone number. So they called the phone number and he picked up. Dianela recognized the voice. So she said, yes, this is the voice. Because it can't be texted. This is the voice. This is the guy's voice. She said, yes, this is him. And he answered. So, who is this? Is this his name? For cash? She said, what do you want? All that stuff. He said, somebody, some girl named Dianela. Who said, who is Dianela? Dianela. I got to get that right. Who is Dianela? I don't know no Dianela. He said, well, Dianela has been talking to for 4 years with this number, and you talking back and forth, and you met Venezuela and the game, all that stuff. After Neve was breaking all that bullet points to him, he said, "What you want?" I said, "What the attitude for, boy?" Like all that stuff, and he was like, "Well, I'm working with Dianela. She wanted to see you and everything, and she has been trying to contact you, all that stuff like that. You was been like avoiding her and stuff. Just wanted to see you and hoping to get on a Zoom chat." And he hanged up. I said, listen, y'all. I told y'all a million one catfish videos. Y'all not gonna be hanging up on Neve. Like I told Neve, you better contact me and more homebone, and we got your back right now. We got your back, cause we not gonna be doing this hang ups. You catfish and you hanging up. Like, come on now. So they was like, listen. So Dianela said, what is wrong with this boy? What is wrong with him? So they said Dianela call him. So she called him, and he answered that phone. And she said, hey Ray, like, what's going on? Like, what you doing? Like, what's up? What's going on? He said, oh. She said, why are you catfishing me with somebody else's photos? Why you couldn't show me who you are? You told me your name is Jose. He said, how you know I'm telling the truth? How you know I'm not Jose? What do you know? How do you know? Like, he answered the question with questions. So she was like, you were telling me that you this is that, are you sure? Can you prove it? How you know? And she said, you know what? F you, boy. F you. Can I deal with you? You doing the most, and that's it. Click. And he was doing the most. I said, what's the attitude for? Why are you being such a jerk to her when you the one who catfished her and stood her up multiple times, and now she know the jig is up and she know who you are. Now you trying to act like, oh, how you know? Oh, you so sure? This is that. Like, being very rude and condescending and being flippant. Like, come on now. So they was talking. It was said. She said, "I don't know. I don't care. I don't care about seeing him. This is what it is. Thank you for helping me. I don't know." So then he texted me. He said, "You know what? I care about Dianela and stuff like that." And no, they asked her, "Can she search him?" Because it was like, "What's going on?" She was blocked. I was like, "Hold up. She don't even know who you are. So how you blocking her when she don't know who you are? Like, really? And never met you. So like, why you blocking her?" And that's how they all that stuff. They asking the call. So he texted me. He said, "I care about Dianela. I didn't want to hurt her or something like that and everything, all that stuff. And I want to lose her again." I was like, "What? Lose her?" They was like, "Okay, if you really care about her, bring yourself in a Zoom meeting and let's see." Lo and behold, Ray Rogers, the one of the photos that she said was very hot, it is him. I said, if this is you, why you need a catfish? Just like with Stephanie and Danny. It was actually Danny, and he had been giving Stephanie a runaround for all these long years, 10 years is that, and she still was smitten by him. His little, I'm shy and this, I'm like, whatever. So he's explaining himself and being very rude. And he was like, I just don't know. I just like, yeah, we was talking and everything, and I'm sorry for doing what I did. And there was a lot going on, and it's like when I'm meeting someone and talking and meeting on internet, somebody could kidnap, somebody could kill you or stuff. So I was not fishy and trying to join them, meeting up with somebody, especially I don't know who from the internet. Granted, we understand you don't know who's from the internet. That's why you video chat before you meet. You try to meet in public places, all that stuff. And y'all both, mind you, he lied and said he was in that different city. The one that she took the 10 hours ride to go to see him. He lied to say that in the city. He was in the same city as her. So you do all this and everything. And when it came to meet up, did you know she took the 10-hour bus ride? I didn't tell her to take the bus ride. I didn't tell her to take the bus ride. She would say, yes, he didn't tell me to take the bus ride, but I told you I was going to meet up, and you said not to do it, and then I said I'm going to do it anyway, and he said, oh, do whatever you want. So obviously you didn't completely deny her for meeting up. But you say do whatever you want means, okay, do it. You want to do it, you do it. And then he said, oh, I apologize for that. Also, I didn't think she was going to actually ever do the ride. And then he was getting ready to go to the United States. So she said, you didn't tell me that. You told me you got robbed and all that stuff. And then when we got to the United States, you totally flipped out on me and you didn't want to see me because he said, yeah, I realized that she was really serious because it was one thing that she took the bus ride to Venezuela out in serious, and now she came to the United States. I was like, oh my gosh. So he just was so scared and all that stuff. I was like, oh, all right. So they say, you know what? Me talk to him. Came and talk to Dianela and see what's up. And he say, guess he really apologized. He said so. He nervous and he do really love her and all that stuff. And he just realized how much of a person she really was when she really took that ride, and that made him feel like that she was really trying to go to meet him. And he say, why would you know that she was is kidnapping, killing, that she would risk her life to go meet you when you do notice that you said Venezuela is not safe? So you put her you put her life at risk for what? So I was like, okay. And he said, oh, I'm sorry about that. That's all you can say. Sorry. So she was done away. D talked to him. He said, just express how you feel. You just give one last chance to tell her how you feel. Like, get it out in the open. Like, you can't be just here and being quiet. Like, say what you gotta say and let her make a decision. So they got back on it. He apologized. He really loved her. All that stuff. He was nervous. He didn't know how to deal with all that stuff. And then he started talking in Spanish. He said how he really cared for her. She's a valuable person. She's very important to him. I really want to do the much that we talked about. A lot of yada yada said in Spanish. All that stuff. She said she hurt him so much. It's like, this is the person she met 4 years ago. And this is the person she had fallen in love with. Or she started really loving. And this is the person she want to see. So she don't know how she gonna feel move forward with it, because she can't say she want to give a definite, I'll give you a chance when you've been hurting her a couple of times. And he said, I understand. She said, we're not asking you to make a decision right now. We just want to know that and let him say whatever he want to say. And if you decided you want to move forward with him, that's fine. If you don't decide to move forward for him, that's also fine. As long as you know he said what he said and he's speaking from his heart, and you know this is the person that can move forward. And he said, can I text you? She said, yes, you can text me. And that's that. Since the filming, he only reached out once. And Dianela was like, yo, since you've been doing this and you say you want a serious relationship, you haven't put much effort. And he haven't been putting much effort. And that's it. She's in the United States. She doing her. And she moving on. And that's a good for you, Dianela. Because, I mean, granted, he does seem like a nice, innocent boy. But the fact that he was being a jerk and he being rude and doing all that stuff when he could just totally straight up tell her the truth and be straight up with her, she wouldn't understand if you didn't want to meet her right away and also like that. But you did all that, come on, that was too much. Hope he learned his lesson and not be catfishing nobody else, because you're not a bad looking dude. So if you're nervous, people understand you're nervous, because not everybody like to meet up so quickly. So just video chat, get to know, comfortable, and be you. It is. If you get rejected, you get rejected, and that's what it is. That's part of life. So that was Catfish, y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me how y'all feel about this video. It was no MTV Ghoster this week, so it won't be that video. So I will resume the Love at the Lockup videos this Friday. The last 3 episodes that was Love at the Lockup, I will do that Instagram Live. I ain't going to do a video on that on YouTube. So I'm going to do Instagram Live and talk about that, so I can make up, because it's too late right now to me. So please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me how y'all feel, and I'll talk to y'all later.